This year's Writers Guild Awards became the brightest milestone in Sam Heughan's career, not only because the Golden Trophy finally gleamed in his hands, but because of the moment his gaze found someone special in the crowd, the woman who had stood by him through every storm, his mother, Mrs. Chrissie Heughan. The journey of a Scottish son. Sam Heughan is best known worldwide for his role as Jamie Fraser in the hit series Outlander. But few ever imagined that behind the glow of television fame, he had long been quietly nurturing a writer's soul. During long, exhausting filming days, Sam would often scribble his thoughts, ideas, emotions, and little slices of life, as a way to breathe and reflect. Over the years, those scattered notes became something more, a story. That story, inspired by his boyhood in the Scottish Highlands where he was raised by his mother and brother, became his first screenplay, Highland Soul. And it was this very work that carried him straight to the Writers Guild Award stage. The moment of triumph. When the host announced his name, the entire hall erupted in applause. Sam rose to his feet, tall and composed yet visibly moved. As he stepped onto the stage and lifted the trophy, his hands trembled slightly. "This award isn't just for me," he said, his voice breaking. "It belongs to the person who believed in me when all I had was a dream, my mother." The camera turned to the audience, capturing Chrissie's tearful smile. Her silver hair shimmered under the lights, her hand pressed to her chest as if to hold her overflowing heart in place. It was a moment that seemed to stop time. A mother's memories. After the ceremony, reporters surrounded her. "I always knew my son had an artist's heart," she said softly. "But seeing him recognized like this, there are no words, only pride." She remembered the winters when 12-year-old Sam would sit by the window of their small countryside home, writing in an old notebook while she wrapped him in a blanket. "I thought it was just a child's hobby," she added, her voice trembling, "but that little spark became what you see today." Fans across the world were moved to tears. The image of Sam embracing his mother tightly after stepping off the stage went viral within hours. "This isn't just a victory, it's a love story between a mother and her son," one fan wrote. The hashtag Proud Mama Chrissie trended globally overnight. A promise to his mother. At the post-ceremony press conference, when asked about his next steps, Sam turned to his mother and smiled. "I promised my mum I'd keep writing, stories about people like us, ordinary souls with extraordinary dreams. And I'll keep that promise." Chrissie, her eyes still wet, smiled back. She didn't need money or fame. The moment her son spoke her name before millions was the greatest reward of all. Love from friends and colleagues. Sam's friends and co-stars joined in the celebration. Catriona Balfe, his Outlander partner of nearly a decade, posted a photo of Sam holding his trophy with a heartfelt caption, "I always believed in him." Today, the whole world does too. Fans said they had never seen her words to Sam sound so tender. Richard Rankin wrote, "He's not just an incredible actor, he's a born storyteller. So proud to call him my friend." His close friend Jamie Dornan added humor to the flood of praise. "When he's not running up hills in Scotland, he's writing scripts and winning awards. Being friends with Sam is exhausting, but worth it." The playful comment delighted fans and once again proved the warmth of their real-life friendship. Acclaim from around the world. The next morning, the global press echoed with admiration. The Guardian, "Sam Heughan proves he's more than a handsome face, he's a storyteller with heart." The New York Times, "A real-life Jamie Fraser, Sam Heughan writes his own destiny." Those headlines marked his transformation from a television idol to a true multi-hyphenate artist, actor, writer, and inspirer. The mother who stole the spotlight. Despite all the acclaim, the media's focus remained on Chrissie. Scottish newspapers splashed photos of her wiping away tears, calling it the smile of a mother's victory. One reporter described, as she left the hall, strangers lined up just to shake her hand. They knew this night belonged to her as much as to him. Chrissie simply said, "I just did what any mother would, I believed in my child." But the light in her eyes told the rest of the story. A global celebration. Fans turned the awards night into an online festival. Memes, art, and tributes flooded social media. "We've supported Sam since his first day, but the moment he honored his mum, that's why we'll never stop," one fan wrote. Fan clubs from the US, Germany, and Japan even hosted live watch parties as if celebrating an Oscar win. A new story, inspired by her. In an exclusive BBC interview, Sam revealed his next project, a screenplay inspired directly by his mother's journey, a story about a brave woman who raised her son alone and gave him the courage to dream. "I want the world to know that behind every success stands an extraordinary mother," he said. The announcement sent fans into a frenzy of excitement. Chrissy was no longer just behind the scenes, she had become his muse, a living symbol of love and resilience. A beginning, not an end. For most artists, an award marks the pinnacle. For Sam Heughan, it felt like the beginning of something greater, a reminder that there are still stories left to tell, dreams waiting to be written. What made that night legendary wasn't just the shining trophy, but the light of a mother's love that outshone every camera flash. It was the quiet strength that carried him through winters in the Highlands, the steady faith that never once wavered. Around him stood friends who believed, colleagues who celebrated, and millions of fans who cheered, all united by one truth: this moment was born from love. And when the applause faded and the cameras dimmed, the most unforgettable image was still Chrissy Heughan, silver-haired, tearful, radiant. She didn't speak much, but her trembling smile said everything. Because sometimes, the greatest triumph of a child isn't fame or fortune, it's the joy of making their mother the proudest woman on earth. For Sam, that night turned a trophy into something eternal, a symphony of gratitude, faith, and the unbreakable bond between a mother and her son. The story continues. But the story doesn't end there. For Sam Heughan, the Writers Guild Award isn't a finish line, it's a promise renewed. He once said he would keep writing not for recognition, but as a tribute to the woman who planted imagination in his heart. New pages are waiting, new voices are forming, and in every line he writes, the spirit of Chrissy will live on, a quiet presence guiding his pen. In the years ahead, audiences may see Sam not only on screen, but also behind it, shaping worlds, breathing life into stories born from memory, love, and hope. And who knows, perhaps one day the world will see another Highland soul, another story of courage and tenderness flowing from the heart of a Scottish son. Because Sam Heughan's journey has never been just about fame. It's about honoring a promise, turning a mother's faith into a living legacy, and proving that the light of love will forever shine through every page he writes. And just like that, the live stream ended, leaving millions of fans staring at their screens, hearts racing, questions spiraling. What did he really mean by those final words? Was it a confession, a warning, or something far more personal? No one knew for sure. But as the comments kept flooding in and the clip spread across every corner of the internet, one thing became clear: this wasn't the end of the story. It was only the beginning of something none of them could have imagined.